guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video that I've done before. I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial slash first impressions. So lately I have been picking up a lot of makeup products here and there, and I thought I would do a makeup tutorial, first impressions of me using them to see, you know, how they apply, how they work. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a big comfy knit sweater, it is because it is blizzarding outside, and yes, it was 20 degrees last week. These are the things we deal with in Canada, people. It's crazy. So the first thing that I'm going to use is the e.l.f. Soothing Serum. That's a little bit of a tongue twister for me. I applied this at about 8 o'clock this morning, and I've just been wearing no makeup all day because I have been in essay mode. So we're just going to reapply it now to give the skin a little bit more hydration. And I've got to say, I actually really like the feeling that this gave to the skin. It didn't wear off at all throughout the day. It's been many hours since I applied it the first time, and my skin felt really hydrated all day long. So I was really impressed with my first application of that. So we'll see how it applies directly under makeup now. Next, I picked up the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I went to London Drugs this morning to go get dish soap. Of course, you can't not pass the beauty aisle, but I saw this was on sale for $13 off of $21. So I picked it up in the shade W3 to match my self-tan that's going on right now. Hopefully it matches anyway. So now I get to finally see how this foundation works in comparison to the original True Match. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, which will also be a first impression for this. Put a little bit on my hand, and we're gonna blend that in. Oh yeah, this is actually a pretty good match for my skin right now. I like how this brush is buffing it in. It definitely feels pretty much exactly like the Real Techniques buffing brush. This is a really super glowy foundation. I think it's definitely lighter coverage. It doesn't have as much coverage as the original True Match, but it definitely blends onto the skin really nicely and automatically feels really hydrating. So then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade Light 10. This is a repurchase, but I haven't had it for a really long time, and I don't think I gave it a fair shot the last time because I got the pinkier shade, and I felt like it always made me look really red and weird and not attractive. So this Light 10 shade is definitely on the more yellow side, so I'm going to see how this one works. Put that on my face, blending in with the Beauty Blender. So when I blended it in, it definitely has a nice skin-like dewy finish. It definitely works. Like, it covers up the dark circles. It covered up, for the most part, my spots. I've got one monster right there that just can't be completely covered. But so far, I really like the look of the face. So then I picked up the Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder in the translucent version. I just realized that I didn't have a powder from the drugstore, and this one is the most raved about powder, so I'm just gonna really lightly pat that all over the skin. So then a product that I am really excited about, Jillian from a Pretty Trippy blog, I've mentioned her before. She told me that I simply have to buy this because I've been humming and hawing about it for so long, so I finally ordered online. It's the Kevyn Sculpting Powder, and this will actually be the first time that I have used this. I've had it for about 2 weeks now, maybe a week and a half, and I haven't used it yet because I wanted to use it on camera for the first time. So I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Powder and Sculpt brush, and we will see if this was worth the money, my friends. Oh, are you picking this up on camera, people? Are you picking this up? It's a very subtle contour, very natural. It's definitely not as intense as my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, but that one is also meant to be technically a bronzer. So yeah, this one has a really nice ashy undertone. It looks super natural. Yeah, wow, that's pretty great stuff. I've gotta say, this is like the most natural contour I've ever used, for sure. I'm so excited to finally have it. Okay, moving on to the next product. This is the e.l.f. Baked Blush. I'm using the shade Passion Pink, which is a really nice cool toned kind of mauvey pink. I'm just gonna apply that to the cheeks. So I used my Bobbi Brown blush brush for this, which tends to pack on a lot of pigment, and not much is showing up. Like, it's not a very pigmented blush, which could be a good thing for those of us who tend to be heavy-handed with blush, but but it definitely puts a really nice glowy sheen of color on the cheek. It definitely reminds me of the Hourglass blushes in the fact that it's not very pigmented and it does have a really glowy component to it. So if you don't want to buy the Hourglass blushes, then definitely check these guys out. I'm now going to go in with the e.l.f. highlighter and Blush Gems. I have used this already and I am so in love with it. It is a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. I'm just going to take that and apply that to the high points of the cheekbones. It's really subtle, really creamy. There's no specks of chunky glitter in it. It's just a really gorgeous natural highlight. Definitely comparable to the MAC Soft and Gentle, but I find that the MAC Soft and Gentle can have chunky bits in it, so I actually prefer this one to that. But it just gives such a natural, subtle, pretty highlight to the face. Awesome, awesome. Freaking $3, people. You can't go wrong with this highlighter. Now I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Golden Bronzer, and I'm going to take my Real Techniques blush brush to just swirl that in there. Get all the colors in there. And I'm just going to swirl that around in circular motions. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, like if it's picking it up, but this is just a super glowy sheen. I'd say this is like a product to use if you want that J-Lo glow, because this is more glow giver than bronzer, I think. This is turning out to be an extremely glowy look, my friends. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows using my same old Anastasia Brow Wiz and Maybelline Great Lash Clear Mascara. Okay, so the eyebrows are done and I've already applied my NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof eyeshadow primer to the lids. You guys! I picked up one of the new Stila I was about to say eyes to the window, but that doesn't make any sense. The Eyes Are the Window palette. I got the Soul palette. This palette, if you have green eyes in particular, would be perfect. Let me know if you guys want to see like a blog post with swatches or something on it. This palette is something else, you guys. Let me tell you. It's beautiful. Let's play with it. I haven't actually touched any of the eyeshadows yet. I have not touched a finger to a single shadow yet, so I'm really excited to play with this. First, I'm going to start with this creamy shade, which is called Light. Taking my NARS eyeshadow brush, and as always, I am buffing this all over the lid. And then I think I'm going to take this shade right here, which is the shade Heart, and I'm going to take that with my fluffy Mirabella blending brush and just buff this into the crease. So I've actually never used Stila eyeshadows before, but so far they're really blendable, definitely comparable to the matte shades in the Loreal Pro palette. I'm not having any difficulty blending it right now, so that is a good sign. So then I'm going to take a flat shader brush, and I think I'm going to go in with the shade right here called Affection. This is the MAC 242 flat shader brush, and I'm just going to pack on a lot of the product and put this guy all over the lid. So then I'm going to take a MAC 217 brush and this shade right here, which is the shade Peace. I'm going to focus this in the outer corner of the crease, and then I'm going to blend it into the rest of the crease so that the pigment is more focused in the outer corner, but then you're still getting that also throughout the rest of the crease. Again, super, super blendable shades. Really impressed with them. Then I'm going to take a short little shader brush and this shade right here called Being, which is a super dark matte brown color. And I'm just going to focus this in the very outer edge of the lid. I'm taking this shade up to the crease, but not passing the crease. Then I'm going to take my little e.l.f. contour brush and the shade Kitten right here, and we're going to use this to highlight. That is such a pigmented highlight. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. I just like rubbed that everywhere. Okay, so then for the lower lash line, I'm going to take the same Heart shade that we used first in the crease with a smaller fluffy brush, and I'm just going to take that all along the lower lash line. I don't know if it's because my eyes are dry or like what is going on, but they have been so hypersensitive lately. Like I didn't even go into the waterline there and my eyes are full blown watering and red right now. I don't know what's happening. Help. Then I'm going to take a smaller pointed brush, this is the MAC 219, go in with the second shade that we used in the crease, the shade Peace, and focus this on the outer half of the lower lash line. And then I'm actually going to go in with the darker matte brown shade Being as well, and focus this right on the outer edge of the lash line, kind of connecting it to the top of the upper lash line right here, and just blending it in to give a little bit more definition down there. And because my eyes have become super red, I'm going to line the waterline with my MAC Chromographic pencil NC15 NW20 to try and take away some of that redness and brighten it up. You guys, these shadows applied super, super beautifully. Like, just from applying them, they are definitely comparable to any MAC or Urban Decay shadows. Like, it was super creamy, there was no chalkiness whatsoever, and I absolutely love the shades in this palette. I'm really looking forward to doing more looks with this. Really, really impressed. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and apply mascara, my Lancome Hypnose Hypnose Scar? Why do I always say that? It's Hypnose Star. Hypnose Star, Alana. Hypnose Star. And you know what, guys? Now that I have applied mascara, I'm really feeling like I want some of this lid color on the lower lash line. So I'm going to go in with this small detailer brush. I think this is a MAC 223 or 228. It's one of these little small shader brushes. Going in with the shade that we used on the lid, which is called Affection. And I'm actually just going to take that like right in the middle of the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go in with my Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara on the lower lashes. So then for my final first impressions of this video, I actually got my NARS birthday gift from Sephora. There's a funny story behind that. It's not my birthday until August, but back in the day when I made my first purchase online on Sephora, I said it was my birthday. Every year my birthday has been in April. So I'm using the NARS Satin Lip Pencil in the shade Rikugien. I don't know how to say that, but it's a really nice mauve purpley satin lip pencil, and I think it'll go super nicely with the purple tones in this look. And you know I love me some NARS pencils. Get it, get it, get it. Can we just talk about like how generous this is? In the birthday gift at Sephora, you get this guy and Cruella, and if you're a VIB Rouge, you get an eyeliner too, which I was super not impressed with. Don't want to talk about it. But yeah, I can't believe how much product you get for free. It's crazy. These are such expensive pencils and you're getting it for free. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So then I'm going to set all this makeup in with my Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. And since we are on the topic of first impressions, I did use the Smashbox primer water and returned it. And if you would like to know why, I will link the blog post I did on it down below. You will be shocked. Be sure to check that out if you're interested in purchasing the Smashbox primer water. So then we can release the hair from the confines of behind the ears. That is everything for this first impressions makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some insight on some of these products. If you're interested in trying any of these products, I am definitely so impressed with pretty much all of them. I can't believe how many amazing products are coming out. Pretty much in love with everything sitting on my table right now, not gonna lie. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Let me know what videos you guys would like to be seeing from me. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!